What's up, everybody? I'm Mr. T. Mitchell, and we're talking shit about sports.
I'm John Harris.
And I'm Matt Boggs. This beer is disgusting.
You know what time it is. It's time to debate this mother. John Harris, ESPN recently released their NBA power rankings. Who are your top 5 NBA teams?
Well, we'll start at number 1 for me. I hate doing this because I hate this whole stupid ass team. We'll go Miami Heat. They're the best player in the league. He's got a great sidekick in Dwayne Wade. Chris Bosh is a great third option. He's got a good deep bench. Only thing I like is a legitimate big man. Go ahead. What do you got your number 1?
Obviously, the Miami Heat. He said, they're lacking a big man. They're not lacking shit. They just won the goddamn NBA title.
Still lacking a big
Miami
man.
Heat.
That could be their weakness. Every team has a weakness. That is theirs. Just stating the obvious.
Your dad's wheelchair was a weakness. Go ahead with your number 2.
Number 2, Showtime. Biggest franchise in basketball. Los Angeles Lakers. Who's retooled, flopping, trading for Dwight Howard, brought in Steve Nash. Kobe finds a legitimate point guard to work with besides Derek Fisher and Smush Parker. We're going to be much better. Added Antoine James on the bench. Jody Meeks from the corner, 3-pointer. Have a considerably better team. We'll see in the finals.
Oh, and Jody Meeks? I didn't even know the Lakers got Jody Meeks. I mean, I'm a fan of Jody Meeks.
I actually did not either.
He actually is a good shooter. You know, I feel like going to the Lakers is a good move for him because, I mean, he could, really blossom into a better shooter.
Oh, he's on the campus.
I mean, but what's it look like? Lakers, they always get everybody. What's new?
Anyway.
What is new?
What is new? What's new with your
What
number 2
is
at
new?
the Thunder? What do you got to say about the Thunder?
At number 2, why I put the Thunder over the Lakers. This situation here, the Lakers, it's not going to gel well. They went out and got big names. Spit at me one more time. They went out and got big names, and you may have forgotten, but Kobe Bryant is not giving that ball up. They could have got him Kareem, Wilt, Bird, Magic, anybody. That boy ain't giving that ball up. I'm telling you right now. The Thunder, Western Conference champions last year. They're young. All they can do is improve. They're trying to make some bullshit happen that ain't going to happen.
Well, one thing we got to say about the Lakers, though, too, is a lot of people keep forgetting, kind of, is the fact that Dwight Howard, he's got a bad back. He's not even going to be out there for the beginning of the season, and when he comes back, who's to say his back ain't going to be fucked up, and he's not going to be able to jump as high?
He's
you
not
never know.
paralyzed. He'll be fine.
You never know. He's not
He'll
going to
be
be there at the
perfectly
beginning,
fine.
and he's got to come in later. So that's one criticism I have to say
He's
about
not
the Lakers.
Christopher Reeves, for Christ's sake. People are making way too big a deal about it. I mean, this is ridiculous. I don't trust them with their gunner at point guard, Russell Westbrook. He's way too out of control. They're not going to be able to handle Dwight Howard. They're not going to be able to keep up with that Lakers team. So, I mean, Lakers should have beat them last year. Kobe blew one game. The rest of them as a group blew the other. They had them beat last year. I'll take the Lakers over these young punks any other week. Number 3,
Okay.
I put them here. They're good. I don't like them. I think they're full of shit. I'll put the Thunder there. They'll make the conference finals again because the Spurs are going down the toilet. But the Lakers are sitting
I mean, but don't you think, Harris, I must call you out on this. Your criticism of Russell Westbrook is that he's too fast, he does too much, he turns the ball over, but he's young. But the thing is, don't you think he's going to get better with that thing? Didn't the Thunder make the NBA Finals this past year?
But I don't see them beat the Lakers with this squad now.
So don't you think Russell Westbrook's going to get a little bit better and
But
take Steve Nash to church?
People never change. I mean, some people always, Allen Iverson, always a shooter. Always lived by that. He's going to be the same player he is right now. He'll be better. But
I don't think Allen Iverson has Russell Westbrook's work ethic. Russell Westbrook is a hard player.
We might have to fire our host.
Listen, I'm not talking about the work ethic for the individual, but Russell Westbrook puts his team ahead of. I like Russell Westbrook you know, he's a good player, and I think he's only going to get better. And that's what I'm trying to say.
Too many shots. He does not be shooting as much as Durant, which is ridiculous. He should not even be anywhere close. Durant's a superior competitive player. You know, he doesn't pass him. He's not a real point guard. I mean, he's a great player.
All right, well, let's move on. Number 4, Harris, you got the Celtics. Boggs, you got the Bulls.
You get your number 3 into. You got anything to say about the Lakers?
Yeah, because I have something to say about the Lakers. This is an experiment. If you recall, the Miami Heat had an experiment with Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron James. Do you remember what happened that first year they were together? They went to the finals and they lost.
Because the Brits stood on the sideline and watched.
Whose turn is it to talk? Dwight Howard, Steve Nash, and Kobe Bryant is not better than LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade. That's not going to work. Kobe is too much of a ball hog for that to work. He had a hard time. He struggled having one good player beside him in Shaquille O'Neal. That's why they had to split. Now he's got 3 ball handlers, 3 scorers. That's not going to work. I will move them down here.
Oh my God.
Watch and see what
You're
happens.
forgetting me. I also have Gasol and the artist woman known as Ron Artest. So
the guy that bitches about Pau Gasol all the time now wants to bring up.
He's still a quality player. He's not as good as everybody thinks he is. He's still a quality player. They're very deep. They have a good balance. Everybody's a completely different type of player. Great defense. Gasol will be great in pick and roll with Nash. It's going to gel very well together.
Time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move
Time
on.
will tell. Let's move. Number 4, Bulls and Celtics.
Boston Celtics. Bringing back a lot of the same people. Lost Ray Allen, subbed in Jason Terry. To me, that equals out. Bringing in Jeff Green post heart attack. He's a great young player. Fab Melo, Jared Sullinger, Courtney Lee. Made a lot of additions to add depth to their team. Cut down KD's minutes because of that. Cut down Pierce's minutes because of that. They'll play better because of that. So I think that squad is going to be better than they were last year. And we'll give these boys a big run for their money.
Strongly disagree. He's relying on rookies to be experienced NBA players.
Not relying on. Not relying on. They're going to be a big help.
Fab Melo is going to make such a difference. No, he's not. The Bulls. The Bulls, actually.
Oh my God.
Derrick Rose is coming back. They don't have any offensive power. Yes, they do. They have Derrick Rose.
So get you 70.
I'm trying not to cuss, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. These guys, way better than these guys any given day. These guys are old. These guys are young. These guys are relying on rookies. These guys don't have that much offensive power, but they have Derrick Rose. I don't even like Derrick Rose. I don't like his style of play. But nonetheless, mentally, I'm saying they beat them any day of the week.
These guys have good depth off the bench. These guys have Nate Robinson, all 5'6" of him. They have legitimate players who can score besides one player. These guys have Carlos Boozer spray paint his head. This team is better than they were last year, and they will bust them right in the ass.
Average age of 72.
You think Boozer's getting any younger out there?
You think Kevin Garnett's getting any younger?
Exactly.
They lost Ray Allen.
They replaced him with Jason
That
Terry.
was one of their big 3. Oh, Jason Terry. God knows Jason Terry is one of the finest basketball players
He's better than Ray
to
Allen.
ever grace our television screens.
Remember him making a pretty big jumper on LeBron in the finals? Remember that? Right in his
Here's
grill.
what I remember. I remember sitting here, Boggs
There.
talking so much shit about the Celtics, so much shit, but yet you got on your number 5.
I do.
How does
I
that
might
make
talk
any
shit
sense?
about him. I might talk shit about him, but I'm not naive. They're number 5. They're not 1, 2, 3, or 4, but I'm still worried about them.
Okay. Well, what about the Clippers? I mean, what are they? We got them at number 5, John Harris. I mean, what do you think about them?
They're a young team, got a lot of talent. Chris Paul, great floor leader. They're going to be better than they were last year. They got busted by the Spurs in the second round of the playoffs. Got sent packing early.
Busted. They got really busted.
They got a better. They're gonna be better than they were last year. They get Chauncey Billups back for the whole season. He hurt himself last year. He'll be great spot shooter to have. Blake Griffin's only gonna get better. They're gonna be much improved. I think they'll make a deep playoff run. They may have a chance to get in the conference finals. They can beat one of these two teams. They're gonna take either one of them to 6 or 7 games though in the conference semis.
Absolutely not. That's a fun choice for a dunk contest. Cut that. That's a fun choice for a dunk contest. However, talking about an NBA title or a playoff run, absolutely not. Blake Griffin cannot do shit. He's a ginger. All he does is dunk. Chris Paul's overrated, and they have nothing else. You would have been the guy back in the day that said, "Oh, Darius Miles is going to take us to the promised land." No.
You leave Darius Miles out of this. He's
They suck. They're not going to do. Mark my words. They are not doing anything.
All right.
Ever.
If I could say something here, a lot of teams are not included on your list. Like you can think of the Sixers. They've been a playoff team for the past 2 years, and they got Andrew Bynum, a big time center. You got the Denver Nuggets running gun game. You got the Memphis Grizzlies tough attitude. Do you not think any of those 3 teams could maybe bump somebody off that list?
I can see maybe Memphis jumping in. They have a good full squad. Little Gasol, Randolph, Mike Conley, Rudy Gay. They've got a really deep young team, score a lot of points, play good defense. I can see them maybe bumping them out. As far as Denver, they're going to be a pretty good team. They'll be a tough out, but they don't have...
Yeah, Denver gave it to your Lakers, though. They gave them all they could handle last series.
They don't have the one player who can take over a game and really get you points when you need it. That's what they're missing. I don't think Danilo Gallinari is going to be able to do that.
You don't think Fareed's going to be able to bring some manimal out?
I don't think a 6'6" power forward is going to be able to take over a game. He's fun to watch. He pushes people around. No. As far as the Sixers, they'll second round team, Bynum will play good and all, but no. They don't have enough depth.
I think the Sixers maybe, if they make the playoffs, they might get through the first round.
They'll make the playoffs.
That's
They'll
not-
put them out in Milwaukee.
You don't know.
Brandon
You never
Jennings
know.
at high top fade? No.
We will see what Andrew Bynum is made of this year because that's his team now.
I mean, I've said before, he's a big baby. If things don't go his way earlier, he's going to check out. He'll get drawn.
But you got to think about him on the Sixers now. I mean, he's got Doug Collins is not going to put up with that BS. He's going to tell him, listen, if you're not down for the team, then...
He was out every night getting crunk fucking white girls when Phil Jackson was his coach. I mean...
But Phil Jackson's a laid-back, hippie type of guy. Like, yeah, Kobe, shoot as many shots as you want type of guy. Doug Collins is not playing with that BS.
Yeah, that's why you don't have the NBA championships. It has to go to an announcing booth every 3 seasons.
You're right. But, hey, what can you say? Doug Collins got a lot of respect.
He's a nice man.
We'll see what Andrew Bynum is made of this year. And I can't wait till he dominates. And you have to eat your words about how you hated him being on the Lakers.
Fuck, there's no dominant centers left. But the big man was dead, according to you.
When I say dominate, I mean he might score 18.